They say that in every classroom, between 3 to 5 students have experienced violence at home. Many have seen their parents fighting, and seen one of their parents, usually their mom, getting the worst of it.
Hey, how'd it go?
Oh, not good.
No?
No.
Are you suspended?
Sue!
Well, I'm just asking.
Yeah, whatever.
It can make school a difficult place for some, and a very lonely place for others.
I witnessed a lot of violence from my father to my mother, and often I tried to intervene and break up the violence, and as a result I would get hurt.
I felt angry pretty much all the time. I didn't feel like I belonged there, you know. I got in trouble. I got suspended a few times.
Yeah, we should. There's like a new play.
It was affecting a lot. I was getting not so good grades. I couldn't concentrate. My friends were kind of getting mad at me. It's pretty bad.
They were fighting all the time, you know. I just wanted them to stop, but there was nothing I could do.
Being exposed to violence in our own homes has a very devastating impact, and we react in different ways. Some of us get angry.
Guys, I need you to pick up all this furniture, and I want to see all 3 of you in my office.
Some of us feel anxious, insecure. Because if you don't feel safe at home, where are you safe?
I was a kid that kind of kept to myself. I didn't really try to get much attention at school. I would kind of keep it all within to myself. I wouldn't really act out. At the same time, it was really on my mind, and it affected my performance in school.
Mom? I'd always worry, well, my mom, is she going to be okay? Is she going to pass out? Because she suffers from a lot of things, and is she going to be there when I get home?
I used to be mad at her, you know. I didn't understand why she just sat there and took it. I could see that scared look on her face, and she just took it. Maybe she deserved it. I see that look on my girlfriend's face sometimes.
Edward! Edward! What's going on?
Nothing.
Well, you just stormed out. Something's going on.
Nothing.
You can
Just
tell
leave
me.
it.
You can tell me.
Oh,
You know
forget
you
about it.
I started to think that maybe this is what a family should be like control, like men should control women, and that's the way how it goes. And men are authoritative figures, and women have to abide by their control.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What happened?
Nothing. He's just having a bad day.
Guys learn that aggression is the way to keep control, keep the family together. Girls learn that it's okay to be hit.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. Guys, really, it's not a big deal.
In the Children Who Witness Abuse program, experienced counselors offer a range of services at schools. They give dating violence presentations and offer individual or group counseling.
So boys in particular will start to exhibit violent behavior instead of just anger. So what they learn is that expressing other emotions such as sadness, fear, nervousness, or anxiety, that would be considered weak or passive.
Got tons of homework. Yeah, history's like the lamest.
I didn't look forward to seeing the counselor at all. I viewed the counselor as an outsider and someone that it wasn't none of the counselor's business to know what was happening in my family.
Yeah, no, that would be good.
Some kids fear that they'll be stigmatized for going to counseling, but it doesn't work out like that.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Did you want to come speak to somebody, maybe?
Yeah.
Sure, come on in.
One of the first things you realize in a group is that you're not the only one. You're not alone.
Oh, Edwards. Excuse me. I'm so glad you came. Come on.
I thought I was the only one who had been abused in the whole entire world, but I found out a lot of other people had been, and some people had worse problems than I did, and so it felt better to know that some people were just like me.
So, Edward, we're just thinking of different kinds of insults, names, and put-downs that people use against each other. And we're trying to think of which ones are more used towards males, and which towards females, and which could be used for either. So has anybody thought of any more?
Ho?
Ho. Okay, and who would that get used most against?
Females.
Females. How do you spell that?
H-O?
H-O, okay.
Like player, pimp?
Player or pimp?
Yeah.
Okay. Who would that get used against?
Males.
Males.
Yeah.
Okay. Player and pimp.
Mm-hmm.
What's a player?
Someone who exploits women
Yeah.
and jumps around from lady to lady.
Okay. Can we think of any others?
You're not alone. This can happen to anyone.
Both.
I think it's really important to break the silence and seek help about. That way you can kind of move on in your life rather than staying where you are and always thinking about it and not getting anywhere.
Witnessing violence at home. So what do you think you can suggest her or him to do that? Or something you can help?
Counseling?
Yeah. Just tell someone.
In group, you find an adult that you know is on your side, someone who encourages you and values you as a person. And this really helps because we often feel that we are to blame for the abuse in some way.
You know, when the violence did happen, it affected my confidence, it affected my self-esteem, and, you know, I thought that I started blaming myself for this too, because I was thinking, you know, maybe I'm to blame for all this stuff.
It's kind of crazy, but I wanted to keep her safe, you know. I was always trying to help her out, and it just make the conflict worse, and the counselors just told me that I have to keep myself safe, and parents go through these things, and there isn't always something that the son can do, and sometimes you just gotta step back and let the grown-ups do what they have to.
You really don't want your mom to get hurt, but at the same time it's very dangerous, and I don't want you to get hurt too. So maybe when those situations happen, it will be better that you call the 911 right away, or get out of the door and call the neighbors to help you. Yeah, because it's better to have more people to help and stop it rather than just by yourself.
Yeah.
The big thing to learn is that fighting in the home is not our fault, and it can be dangerous to intervene. The groups discuss plans and strategies for their safety and that of their friends.
Yes, Penny?
What is a transition house?
Good question. A transition house is a place for children and their moms to go when the home is too dangerous for them.
And it's giving me techniques to let go of things, and it's also let me experience a lot of things I haven't done in my life, so fun things. And that helped me. I kind of realized that I could just do something fun if I was really just mad and angry, stuff like that. So.
Okay, so what do you guys think about the video?
When they get older and they become teenagers and they start to grow up and they start to date and have a whole different kind of social involvements, they find that emotions can get stirred up in them, that a girlfriend can make them feel things that they've never felt before, and that then the violent impulses, the violent behaviors, and the violent reactions to the emotions that come up from dating can get stirred up, and these young guys can all of a sudden almost surprise themselves by having violent outbursts and violent behavior that they swore they would never do.
Yeah, I agree.
You agree, Edward? You felt something like that sometimes?
I learned about the cycle of violence and how everyone gets affected by it, and then I didn't want that for myself.
Oh, wait, yeah, this one.
I noticed that mentally it was easier for me to go to school.
And I've got one really true friend, and I've known her for like 8 years, and I can tell her everything, and she has told me a whole bunch of times that I definitely have improved. So that's nice to hear.
Seeing all this happen in the home, there is definitely a chance to repeat the cycle. But I made the decision that I didn't want to repeat the cycle.
Hello? Oh, hi, Sue. How's it going? Yeah, I know. I was out of line right then. I was just so crazy about everything right then, but that's no excuse. I'm so sorry. You're right. It is a big deal. We need to talk more about it. When can I see you?
And I think with the help of my family and with the help of seeing a counselor, that ended any chances of that being repeated.
Edward is taking his counseling group very seriously. But it will take more than just saying sorry to regain Sue's trust. He's going to have to prove he's changed through his actions.
Any youth that are watching this, I think they can also end the cycle by getting the counseling they need.
That was funny. What are you guys doing tonight? I don't know. Movie? Hey, sounds good to me. How about 6? Yeah, that works. Hey, Penny, you want to come? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I just have to check with my mom. Oh, yeah. She'll be